Welcome everyone to tonight's episode of Dead Talk Live. I'm your host Viz from Walking Dead Now. Our broadcast tonight and every night is simultaneously live streamed to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time daily. I want to welcome all our first-time viewers. We hope you can stay with us for the next hour and participate in our viewer interactive show. And a big thank you to all of our regular viewers. I'm glad all of you are here with me tonight. If you haven't already done so, we ask that if you enjoy our broadcast and all our custom videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel called Walking Dead Now. For more information, visit our website at deadtalklive.com. As always, our producer Marko is going to be handling the text chatting, and I will be talking to you guys on the air. I want to apologize for being about a minute or two late tonight. It has been a crazy day as we prepare for the Michael Cutlets interview tomorrow. A lot of exciting stuff going on, and literally I was down to the wire busy doing stuff. So I apologize for being a minute or two late. I want to welcome Hard Production, Sazcheck, Andrea from Facebook, Carter Lawrence on YouTube, Ismail on Instagram. Charlie is joining us, saying it's okay. Thanks, Charlie. Daniela is joining us on Instagram. Deborah is joining us on Instagram. Hi, I'm Bad on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. So I hope everyone's having a very nice evening tonight. It is May 27th, Wednesday, and the day is almost upon us. Tomorrow is the day, guys. Michael Cutlets is joining us on Dead Talk Live for an exclusive interview. On last night's episode, I announced how we plan on running the interview, including the viewer questions. So for those who missed it and are curious, please head on over to our YouTube channel after this show is over and watch the beginning part of last night's episode, where I went into it in a lot of detail as to how you guys can get your questions asked and so on. So Ismail writes, I think I memorized the intro. You know what? I'm getting there, Ismail. I'm getting there. I'm trying to get it all memorized as well. So a lot of, not a lot, but just some announcements today. Like I said, tomorrow is our interview with Michael Cutlets, who played Abraham on The Walking Dead and also is directing episodes on The Walking Dead. Marko has asked me for you guys to please email him directly with questions that you want us to ask Michael. So everyone, please email Marko. I'll bring up the contact info. Okay, please email Marko at deadtalklive.com. Again, that's Marko at deadtalklive.com. Marko has told me, and quote, he wants you to fill his inbox with questions. So please, feel free to email him and let's get your questions beforehand and try to get that organized before we go live. And when you do email Marko, please send us your social media username so we can give credit to who is asking the question and we can relay that on the air as well. All right, so JK is joining us on Instagram. Michael Cutlets, the man himself, Santiago writes on Instagram. Hey Summer on Twitter, how you doing? She says, hey to my fave people, I made it. Yay, we're glad you're here, Summer. Let me bring up the universal chat. Andrea is joining us on Facebook. Carlos is joining us on Facebook. Hello, Carlos. Toby waving at us on Instagram. Hello, Toby, how you doing? Mama Doll, how's that pronounced? Mama Lala 29. There you go. Mama Lala 29 has just joined us on Instagram. I got to get the iPad in here to start looking at this Instagram chat. Even though I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max, I need a bigger screen. I'm going to start using the iPad to check out the Instagram chats as they're going on. So, hello, Nick. Nick Sanchez on Instagram. How you doing, Nick? So, moving on. If you guys remember, Marco called in and also mentioned a couple of episodes ago that Greg Nicotero had a role in the original Day of the Dead movie. Now, this is going back 35 years or so. So, uh, sorry about that. Let me make sure that doesn't happen again. Hang on one second. There you go. So, anyway, Marco mentioned that Greg Nicotero had a role in the original Day of the Dead. So we found some really cool pics of him in the movie to show you guys. All right, here you go. The guy on the left, that is Greg Nicotero, 35 years ago. And there's him getting his neck chewed off by a zombie. He loves getting, he loves either being zombie dinner or being a zombie himself. He's always loved it. Ismail on Instagram writes, the documentary is great, as well as that Marco suggested. Oh, I'm glad you got to watch it, Ismail. Yeah, I'm excited you enjoyed it as well. So, what is it that you don't see, Marco? Hey, Kayano on Instagram. Cynthia Acosta has joined us on Instagram. Summer writes, oh, wow. Yeah, that's Greg Nicotero. You know, he was a good looking dude. I mean, he still is a good looking dude. I mean, I'm not saying because he's older now, you know what? I'm just going to shut my mouth. Let's move on. I also announced last night that I'm switching this live stream to include video of myself while I'm hosting the show. Last night, I ordered all the necessary equipment I will need, such as like the lighting, and I'm talking about lots of lighting, a brand new camera, as well as a green screen background. And in my case, it's going to be a red screen background. So I also mentioned that I don't like having a CGI background, but after doing some exhaustive research, I can use the background and put up a nice static image where it doesn't blend me into it, which is what I didn't like about it. So I realized that can happen, and so I went ahead and I ordered all the equipment, everything I'm going to need to switch this over, so you guys can see me as I'm broadcasting the show. And it's going to be arriving on Friday, day after tomorrow. So I may be making the switch as soon as Saturday or Sunday. So, Ismail writes, when is that could be possible? Viz? Yeah, by Saturday or Sunday, as long as I don't run into any major problems, I could make that switch, and I'm very excited about that. I'm very psyched about that. So, Face Occulto on YouTube writes, hello, brother. Now, Face Occulta, let me bring up the universal chat so everyone can see. There's Face on YouTube. He has asked that we give him a shout out to his YouTube page. So if you guys want to go check out his YouTube page, I promised him I would give him a shout out. So I'm giving you a shout out there, Face. If anybody's interested, they can go check out his YouTube page. So there you go. Muhammad has joined us on Instagram. Nolan8844 has joined us on Instagram. Jinx Magic 548 has joined us on Instagram. Thank you guys for joining us. So, moving on. I hope I go with the live broadcast as soon as Saturday or Sunday, as long as I don't run into any major problems. We have 2 action figures for tonight's trivia. And let me bring those up. Okay, we have Gareth from Terminus and Carl Grimes. Okay, they are up for grabs tonight. And tomorrow, I am going to be debuting our final action figure. Our final action figure. And I've had you guys guessing on whether the final action figure is going to be Rick or Negan. It's going to be one or the other. It's either going to be Rick or Negan that I'm going to be premiering tomorrow. And I will make that announcement before we go live with the show. Hopefully, we asked Michael Cudlitz how much time he's willing to give us. And, he can be with us for a while, so it'd be kind of cool if he can stay with us through the trivia. I'm definitely going to mention to him that his action figure was the first one to get picked by Hard Productions. Is that right, Hard Productions? You're the first one that picked. No, it was Ismail. Ismail, were you the one that picked Abraham's action figure? I might have gotten you and Hard Productions confused there for a second. But yes, it was Ismail. Yes, so Ismail, who was our first winner when I started this contest. God, it's almost been 3 weeks already. I'm going to definitely let him know that his action figure was the first one to get picked. And tomorrow we're going to, put up, it's going to be either Rick or Negan. We only have one or the other, but I'm not going to let you guys know. I'm going to have you anticipate that one until I announce it on social media a couple of hours before the show. So that's who we have up tonight. We have Gareth and Carl Grimes. As always, I will do the trivia question at about 30 minutes into the show. And from that point on, you guys can, whoever calls in with the right answer, remember you have to call in. Chatting in the answer is not going to count. First one to call in with the right answer wins. Our number is 718-509-9270 for our friends living in the United States, such as myself. For our international folk, just open up your Skype app, do a search for our name, which is Walking Dead Now, add us to your favorites, and it's a free call if you're outside the US, if you use Skype by searching for our name. Ryan has joined us on Instagram. Carlos has joined us on Instagram. Jinx wants Negan on Instagram. Ismail says, putting all faith on Rick. So it's pretty split. Half you guys wanted to be Rick. The other half wanted to be Negan. So you guys will find out tomorrow. Summer on Twitter writes, Gareth is going to be the last man standing. LOL. Yeah, nobody liked Gareth, the cannibal. Hard Production writes, yep, you got Merle. That's right, Hard Productions. You did pick Merle. You did pick Merle. So, how many of you guys saw those amazing pictures that were given to me by Saz? Let me bring up the chat screen. How many of you... Hey, Zambika37, thank you for joining us on Instagram. Ismail really wants Carl. Hard Production saw the pictures. So, Saz Chick on YouTube, who is a huge Walking Dead fan. I mean, huge Walking Dead fan. Charlie on Instagram. They were really cool. Yes, they were, Charlie. Ismail has saw him. Carter Lawrence on YouTube writes, she is very lucky. I'd say she's lucky. She met the whole cast. Pony Raps on YouTube writes, the pictures were really cool. They were amazing. She mentioned during last night's broadcast that she mentioned last night that she had a picture of JD Morgan. Well, I'm like, cool, Saz, after the show, do you mind, emailing it to me? And then she contacts me, and she's like, well, do you just want the JD Morgan, or, do you want the whole cast? I'm like, you have the whole cast? I'm like, I want them all. And I was just flabbergasted when I got those pictures and I saw them. Oh, man. Marko just messaged me, and it's a great idea, Marko. For tomorrow's contest, whether it's going to be Rick or Negan, as a bonus, no bonus question, but as a bonus to getting either Rick or Negan, we are going to give you the human cannibal. Yes. We are going to give you Gareth. So, like it or not, tomorrow's winner, whether they pick Rick or whether it's going to be Negan, you'll also get Gareth. Because I don't want Gareth in my house anymore. So our lucky winner tomorrow gets to have either Rick or Negan as well as Gareth. Ishold has joined us on Instagram. Ismail writes, he's giving me 3 question marks. We want to get rid of Gareth, Ismail. So whoever wins tomorrow, they're going to be getting Gareth as well. Unless by some miracle chance tonight's winner picks Gareth over Carl. So if by chance tonight's winner, they pick Gareth over Carl, then we're going to have to rethink that. But I really doubt that's going to happen. I think whoever wins tonight, I think Carl is going to be gone. And Summer is laughing. I don't blame you. Yeah, I want to get rid of Gareth. There's a reason why nobody's picked him yet. And he's been on the block for weeks. But nobody wants Gareth. Nobody wants the cannibal. Maria is waving at us on Instagram. Hello, Maria. Thank you for joining us. CB Hanan has joined us on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, tomorrow's winner, you'll get to pick from either Rick or Negan. We only have one or the other. We'll let you know tomorrow. And then you're getting Gareth as a bonus. So, let me bring up Saz's picture, because that's where we were talking about beforehand, okay? And some of these pictures are upside down, and I apologize. Like that one. I did not have enough time to go through all 50 pictures and make sure they were properly formatted for the slideshow, but the majority of them are right side up. Some are upside down. I'm very well aware of it. But these are her pictures. They are great. In one of the comments, Saz, I don't know if you saw all the comments, but one person mentioned the guy with the bat. That's not the real Negan. Now, I don't know if they were kidding or not, but, that's your husband. Very nicely dressed up as Negan. Tell him that's a very cool outfit, But I just found it amusing that somebody was like, that's not the real Negan. I'm like, no, duh. Even though J.D. Morgan is in one of these pictures with you. He is in one of these pictures. There's Tara. I mean, you've got the whole cast here. You've got the whole cast. You got to meet him. And I know these were taken over the last 2 years. But you know what, Saz? I would really, really love if you can just call into the show right now. Give us some background on these pictures. What it was like to meet these people. So please, if you can just give me a call right now. I've got some questions for you. And I'm sure a lot of our viewers has some questions for you. So just give me a call and just let us know what that experience was like. Hard Productions writes, when the guy that plays Luke had the bat, he looked like he had gone crazy. Yeah, he did. He did. He did. Oh, man, I'm just looking at these pictures and, Cassidy McClincy, who plays Lydia. Saz is calling us. Hey, Saz, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
We're good. We're just looking at your pictures here. And
I apologize for my face.
Yeah, we're all oohing and eyeing that you've met the entire cast, And my first question to you is, there is one obvious person that is missing from these pictures, and that is Andrew Lincoln. Was he not at these conventions?
Unfortunately not. Andrew Lincoln only tends to do either Atlanta or London. And guess from the crazy accent, I'm from London. And unfortunately, he cancelled the day before. I had a gold pass for him, and unfortunately, he cancelled. So haven't met the main man, but I think I've got a pretty good resume there.
It doesn't get any better than this. It doesn't get any better than this. And, as busy as Andrew Lincoln might be, I totally understand. I mean, that guy's he's globe-trotting all over the place, promoting stuff, and, he lives in England, traveling back and forth from the U.S. when he was doing the show. So, but these pictures are amazing. So I got to ask you, out of the entire cast, who was by looking at your pictures, it looks like Cassidy McClincy, who plays Lydia, was the most fun to meet.
Definitely. I mean, I can't choose. They were all really lovely to meet. But Cassidy, the minute you step up to her table, it's like she's your best friend. She gives you a hug. Right, yeah, that's fine. We'd take these pictures. And yeah, it was just awesome. And obviously I didn't know sort of what poses we were going to do for the selfies, but she was just amazing energy throughout the whole thing. And she just made you feel like, you've been friends for years. So yeah, definitely really cool.
That's great. And looking at your pictures, when I first came across your first picture with Beth, Emily Kinney, I had to look, I'm like, is that really her? Because I'm like, I couldn't really distinguish. Then I saw the second picture that you took with her. I'm like, oh, that's definitely her. But man, she's a small framed woman, isn't she?
Yeah, definitely. Bless her. She's so lovely. Quite shy, but still a lovely conversation, and thanked me for coming and all that. So, but yeah, she was quite shy. So we just did a fairly normal pose for her.
That's good. How was Josh McDermott like in person? I mean, obviously he doesn't talk with the Eugene lingo in real life, but how was he meeting him?
Oh, he was, again, I'm sorry to repeat myself, but he was really lovely. I kind of said to him, I never gave up on Eugene because I was hoping that Eugene would have a plan when he went to the dark side kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he just said, I'm glad you didn't lose faith because nor did I.
That's awesome. So, that's awesome. And Jerry looks just like a big old teddy bear.
Oh, Cooper is, yeah, he's awesome. Brilliant. Because we were sort of for the photo ops, the ones with the blue background, it's very much you walk in 3, 2, 1, take your picture and go. So there's not a lot of time to kind of discuss what pose you want and stuff.
Now Marko, oops, sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No. Okay. So I was just going to say that after I went up to his table and he was like, wouldn't that be just easy to kill zombies just by poking their forehead?
That would definitely make life a lot easier. Now, Marko wants me to ask you about Ryan Hurst. What was he like? Beta. I mean, he's a huge guy, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's true. He's very tall in real life. But again, really, really nice.
He seems like a real fun guy.
Yeah, definitely. I was talking to him and saying, I don't know what it is, but every time Beta talks, I get the shivers. And he was like, yeah, it's not often that Beta gets to talk. And I said, no, less is more. He said, yep, definitely.
Yeah. And man, the amount of makeup that out of all the characters that are not walkers, I'm sure he has to sit at that makeup chair probably the longest to get that walker face on him. And the way they, like, if you guys have noticed Beta's teeth, like the first row of his teeth are like, either they're gold or they have just become so dirty that they've turned gold color.
Yeah.
But they do an amazing job putting the makeup and turning Ryan Hurst into Beta, So, Glenn, I mean, Glenn was gone from the show. I'm assuming by the time these pictures were taken, is that correct?
Yeah, when I met Stephen, it was 2019. So yeah, unfortunately, Glenn was no more.
So, like Steven and Emily, even though they've been gone from the show, I think it's great that, yeah, their characters are gone from the show, but they are very much still a part of the Walking Dead family.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Stephen was extremely popular that
Oh,
year,
yeah.
and as you say, even if they're not currently on the show, that's the thing I like about The Walking Dead. It's like it is one big family kind of
It
thing.
is.
You
It
never
is.
forgot.
And, the way I always saw it is if your character on The Walking Dead, dies, you're still a part of the family. No matter how much time passes, you're always going to be a part of the Walking Dead family.
Yeah,
We saw that with Michael Cudlitz, obviously, who we're having on the show tomorrow, with Stephen Yen, who played Glenn. They're always going to be a part of the Walking Dead family. And I also want everyone to know that the picture that I used of Michael Cudlitz to do my social media reminder for his interview tomorrow, that is also Saz's picture. So that is because she had Michael Cudlitz's pictures, and I asked her to send me a couple because I wanted to use sort of like a never before seen picture of him to do that reminder of his interview tomorrow. So thank you so much for getting that over to me.
oh, no problem.
Oh, well, these are amazing, Saz. And
Thank you.
while I have you on the phone, I do want to make an announcement to everybody. Guys, today I officially asked Saz to join our Dead Talk Live family as an official contributor. And she has accepted, and I am so psyched to have a person with her knowledge of The Walking Dead and beyond to be an official contributor to our live stream. We are so grateful and lucky to have you on board, Saz.
Oh, bless you. No, thank you ever so much. And I just can't thank you enough for all the support that, everyone has kind of given me. So, no, I really appreciate it. And yeah, welcome to the family. Yay.
Yeah, well, absolutely welcome. And Ismail on Instagram writes, he loves your accent, as do I. I love your lovely British accent.
Thank you. Hip, hip.
Yeah. So, guys, if you want to check out Saz's social media, her Instagram name is SazChick, and your YouTube channel is SazChick20, or is it just SazChick? I keep forgetting.
It's just youtube.com/SazChick on all
SazChick.
socials. So, yeah.
So, SazChick across all social media. Go ahead and follow her YouTube, her Instagram, and she's today an official contributor to Dead Talk Live, and we're excited to be working with you, Saz.
I'm happy and excited to be working with you guys, so thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to let you go now, and we're going to be talking again real soon, okay?
Brilliant. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so there you guys have it. That was Saz giving us a little background to those pictures. And yeah, I did ask her to become an official contributor to our live stream. And I want all you guys to know, as this show continues to grow, we have so many knowledgeable viewers on here that anyone else who might be interested in donating their time to becoming an official contributor to our live stream, just shoot us a message. Me and Marko, we can use all the help we can get. And each and every one of you are a huge Walking Dead asset. I hope you don't find that offensive, but you are a part of our family, and your knowledge of The Walking Dead, everybody has their own unique take and knowledge of the show, and we want to use all of that. So if anybody is interested in becoming a contributor on our show, just shoot me a message. Here's my contact info. My email is viz@deadtalklive.com. My WhatsApp number is 650-308-4023. So contact me, and I would love to get you guys on board as official contributors to the show. So, as I was talking to Saz, a lot of chats have been coming in. Marcos Gamer Phoenix has joined us on YouTube. Summer writes, woohoo, congratulations, Saz. Carter Lawrence, it is 3 a.m. here in England. You are burning the midnight oil there, Carter. And I'm right there with you. I don't go to bed till like 5 or 6 a.m. as well. So I understand. And I want to thank you for staying up so late to be with us on our show here. So let's see, what else do we have? Do we have anything else? No, that's it. That's it as far as announcements go. And that was a lot of announcements. So why don't we go straight to tonight's trivia? Okay? Pretty straightforward question in tonight's trivia. Let me bring up the prizes again. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Okay, Gareth and Carl. So unless somebody picks Gareth, Carl's going away tonight, and Gareth is being given away with either Rick or Negan tomorrow. So here's tonight's question. Who was Rick's first walker kill that he shot? That's it. And we want a name. This walker has a name. All right, we have a call. Hey, you're on Dead Talk Live with Viz. How are you doing? Are you there? Oh, anyone there?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
Good. What's your name?
Carter.
Hey, Carter. That's right.
Hello.
You're Carter Lawrence, and you are from England.
Yes, I am.
Good. Well, thank you so much for calling us. So, that was pretty quick. Did you hear the question? Do you have an answer for us?
Yeah, is the answer bicycle girl?
Say that again.
Bicycle girl.
No, that's not the correct answer. We are looking for the first walker that Rick killed by shooting them. And this person, Rick mentions they have a name. Rick mentions their name.
Oh,
So,
okay.
no, it wasn't Bicycle Girl. Like I said, we're looking for the first walker that he shot, that he killed with his gun.
Okay.
So, but thank you so much for calling in, Carter.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right. So that was Carter Lawrence from the UK. His answer was Bicycle Girl. We are looking for the first walker that Rick shot. And we have Ismail. Ismail from Morocco. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, good. So the question is, who was Rick's first walker kill that he shot with his gun?
I'm gonna give you the name, right? It's Hannah.
We want the name, yes.
Is it Hannah?
No, it's not
Oh,
Hannah.
shoot.
It's not Hannah.
All right.
It's all right. Thank you,
Thank you.
Ismail. I know you really wanted Carl, so
Yeah.
yeah. So it's still up for grabs. Thank you for calling in, Ismail.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Wow, this is turning out to be a hard one, huh? What was the name of Rick's first walker that he killed with his gun? So we'll let that question sit. We will continue with our topic. Summer right, that's a good question. Yeah. Marko has been coming up with some great questions. And he's been doing it every day for almost 3 weeks now. So he's been doing a lot of binge watching of The Walking Dead to find all these little tidbits, all these little questions that are going to be hard to, unless you've seen a particular episode several times over, which a lot of us have. And even then, for that, for you to remember that, some of these questions are just very, very hard. So we are going to be talking about today there was some news released that Frank Darabont. Oh, we have Carter calling us again. Hey, Carter, how you doing? Carter, are you with us?
Hello.
Yeah. Don't listen to the broadcast while you're calling because there is a 10-second delay. So just listen to your phone. You'll.
All right, I've done that.
Yeah. So do you have another answer for us?
Yeah. Was her name Hannah?
No. That was. That's not the unless. You know what, guys? Now we've got two people. Now Ismail was the first one to say Hannah. Hard Productions, I see you're calling. Hold on a second. Ethan, are you with us?
Do what now?
Just hang on a second. We've had two people that have called in with the answer of Hannah. Just really quickly, Hard Productions, what is your answer to the question?
Is it Leon Basson?
It is. It is Leon Bassett. Okay? Deputy Leon Bassett was the first person that Rick killed with his gun. Okay? So, I think this is the first time that we've had, it took the third caller to get the answer correct. But it was Deputy Leon Bassett. If you guys remember, after Rick, Morgan, and Dwayne leave the police station, after they took a hot shower and Rick put on his police gear, the walker, Deputy Leon Bassett, was coming up on the other side of the chain link fence. Rick walks straight up to him with his gun, and he shoots him. So, Carter, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm right here.
So, yeah. The correct answer was Leon Bassett. Leon Bassett. It was not Hannah. So,
Was he the walker behind the fence?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was the walker behind the fence, and he was a co-worker. He was a deputy, as Rick was. And I believe Rick did not have that many kind words to say about him when he was alive either. So, yeah. So, Marko, I didn't think this was going to be that hard, Marko, but I would say this is the one that stumped everybody the most so far. So, there you go. So, Hard Productions. Do I even have to ask between Carl and Gareth?
No.
So you're going with Carl?
No. Yeah.
Okay, Hard Productions. Carl Grimes is coming your way. I want to thank both Hard Productions and Carter for calling. Thank you guys both for calling. And Carter, don't give up hope. Tomorrow we are releasing...
I'll keep on trying.
Yep, tomorrow we are releasing the big one. The grand
I'll be
finale. It's either going to be Rick or Negan. So tune in tomorrow, okay?
Yep, will do.
All right, guys, to both of you, thank you for calling.
See you later.
And Hard Productions, I'll get that right out to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you so much, Hard Productions. All right, so there you guys have it. Wow, that was more difficult than I expected it to be. So good job, Marko. I think that's what you've been looking for, to really stomp them. So Ismail writes, if you really think about it, the first kill for Rick is the little teddy bear girl. Yeah, but not with the gun. You're talking about the girl that was in her robe, where Rick was calling out, little girl. Zambika37 writes, congratulations, Hard Productions. So, all right. That was a good question. Oh, yeah, that was a flashback. Also, Marko says the same thing. It was a dream sequence. It didn't, yeah. Saz and Marko are saying the same thing. Saz says it was a flashback. Marko writes that it was a dream sequence. So, I'm sorry, Ismail. I know you really wanted Carl. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. But hey, you have gotten your share of good action figures so far, and you have one more chance tomorrow night. So don't give up hope. So in our remaining time, we're going to touch upon our base topic for tonight. Okay? And that was the news that was released today. Not really earth-shattering news, but the original showrunner for The Walking Dead, who's Frank Darabont, he went on the record today saying that when he was casting the Rick Grimes character, Andrew Lincoln was not even on his radar. No. He wanted Thomas Jane. You guys are probably saying, well, who the hell is Thomas Jane? Thomas Jane was in that Mist movie from 2007 that I mentioned like a week or so ago. And in the article that, broke this news, if you want to call it that, they did a little photoshopping of what the character of Rick almost looked like. And this is it. They put Thomas Jane's face on Rick Grimes' body. So that's a little photoshopping that Screen Rant did. They're the ones that announced the story that Frank Darabont, Andrew Lincoln was not even on his radar. And we are, Thomas Jane is a great actor. I'm sure he would have done a great job as Rick Grimes, but I'm glad things turned out the way they did. And I think we all feel the same way. So, La Familia, too, on Instagram writes, will there be any more webisodes? Love your post. I think I did all the Walking Dead webisodes, La Familia, too. I did one from Fear the Walking Dead. There is another one from Fear the Walking Dead. I think it was between seasons 2 or 3 or 1 and 2 that I have not posted yet. I'm going to get around to posting that one as well. I want to show all the webisodes. But as far as the Walking Dead webisodes, that was it. No more have been released yet, at least. But there is at least one more out there from Fear the Walking Dead that I'm going to be posting pretty soon. So, Saschik on YouTube writes, he was also Frank Castle in The Punisher 2004. Ah. Yeah, and Saz also writes, it doesn't look right, laughing out loud. Yeah, just doesn't look right. Frank wanted HBO to pick up The Walking Dead, but they said it was too violent. So AMC picked it up. Tom was doing a show called Hung, so he couldn't play Rick. Are you kidding me? HBO said The Walking Dead was too violent, but yet they put on Game of Thrones? As if that was not violent? Does anybody remember the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones? Really? I mean, yeah, Saz writes, I know, right? I mean, the Red Wedding, that's all I have to say on Game of Thrones. And they said The Walking Dead was too violent. Wow. La Familia writes, awesome, thank you. You're welcome, La Familia. So, going on that theme, that Rick was almost played by this other actor. Let me go back to the universal chat screen. Let's talk about, what if other actors, actresses were picked to play certain parts. So I'm going to pose a question to you guys, okay? Like, let's start with Laurie. I know a lot of people didn't like Laurie. Is there, let's say, another actress that you think might have made Laurie better for you? Or Andrea, for that matter, as well? casting is a very tricky job in the TV movie industry. You know, if you don't pick the right actor or actress to play the part, it can really make or break your show. Ismail writes, I like Lori only because she was on Prison Break. Yeah, Lori did a lot of stuff before The Walking Dead. And what's her, I'm totally drawing a blank on the actress's real name. So either Saz or Marko, what was her real name? Marko writes, Sarah Paulson would have been great. Sarah Paulson is amazing. Oh my God. Do we have any American Horror Show fans in here? I mean, do we have any American Horror Show fans? I love that show. Saschick says yes. I love that show. This last season, 1984, I could have done without. I really could have done without. But Sarah, and probably because Sarah Paulson wasn't in last season. Every season that Sarah Paulson has been on American Horror Show, starting to her very small role in the Murder House, which is the first season of American Horror Show, to her major role in season 2, Asylum, have been amazing because of her. She is an amazing actress. Zambika writes, oh, I am. I love that show. Yes, yes. Andrew Valentine 712 writes Jamie Kurtz. That's a good choice there too. Ismail writes, the role given to her made a lot of people hate her, but she did a great job, I think. Yeah, it goes back to what I've said before, that if you really hate a character, now I don't think Lori was really written to be hated, but if you really hate a character, I've always said before, that means the actor is doing a damn good job at playing that character. Hard Production writes, Laurie's actor was good. I kind of didn't like the writing for the character. True. Casting and writing. I mean, really, writing is so important. And casting is so important. Marko writes, he did not hate Laurie. Neither did I. Neither did I. And I was indifferent to her. Didn't hate her. She was not my favorite, but I liked her. I did not hate her. I liked Laurie, and I think she played the character of Laurie Grimes very well. Getting pregnant, getting messed up with Shane, Rick not being dead. She had to go through a lot of turmoil, and giving birth on a prison floor. And yeah. I mean, we all know what happens to Lori, you know. Saschik writes, Sarah Wayne Callies. Yeah. Laura, that's her name. Yes. Thank you so much, Saz and Marko, for confirming that. So thank you guys. Andrea's another big one. You know, Laurie Holden. I think Laurie Holden did an amazing job in playing Andrea. She played her very well, and if what I've read is correct, she played Andrea exactly like she was supposed to be played. The difference is, in the comic books, Andrea's character makes it all the way to the Whisperers. And Laurie Holden, who played Andrea, was very upset that her character got killed off at the end of season 3. Saschik also writes, Garrett Dillahunt was rumored to play Negan. Ooh, I can't see anybody else but J.D. Morgan playing Negan. Hard Production writes, I liked Andrea. Wish they didn't kill her off. Well, Laurie Holden felt the same way. She was very upset. Good night, Zambika. Have a good night's sleep. Thank you for joining us. And she had a right to be upset. I mean, let's say you're given this role and you're familiar with the comic books and this character you've been given as an actor is in the comic books for a very long time. But yet you find out that, as you're shooting, they're going to kill your character off at the end of the third season. Andrew Valentine 712 writes, Laurie was pissed. She was. And she didn't keep it a secret either. Laurie Holden was pissed. She did not keep it a secret. She did not go away quietly. In fact, they asked her to come back to do that Michonne flashback scene that we saw in Michonne's last episode. And if what I read was true, the actress who played Andrea, Laurie Holden, flat out refused to do it. She still is holding a grudge, and I don't blame her. I mean, she refused to come back. So what they had to do is they had to get really creative from the footage that they already had of her at the end of season 2 as she's running away from those walkers, and Michonne comes and saves her from them, which is our introduction to Michonne. So yeah, the editing people had to get really creative when they redid that scene. Hard Production writes, they signed Laurie Holden, was signed to an 8-year contract, I believe, so she could have made it to the Whispers, and something must have happened that we don't know about. If Laurie Holden was signed to an 8-year contract, but yet they wrote her off after 3 seasons, some bad blood must have happened there. Something we don't know about. Yep, Andrew Valentine 7112, she said absolutely not. Claudice is joining us on Instagram. Waving right back at you. Thank you for joining us. Marko writes that she was probably a bitch. I mean, I don't want to call her. I don't know Laurie Holden. I follow her on Instagram. She seems like a really cool person, but I've seen it before. I'm a fan of Criminal Minds. I don't know how many of you guys watched Criminal Minds for the full 13 seasons. And the actor who played Hotch, I guess he was really hard to get along with, and they just flat out fired him after season 10 or 11. I don't know if any of you guys watched Criminal Minds, but it happens. It happens, some of these actors don't get along very well with the other actors on the show. There's complaints. There's, all sorts of stuff that's disrupting the shooting of the show. And the producers, they have to make a tough decision. And in Andrea's case, they chose to kill the character off. Hi, SpongeBob98 on Instagram. Marko also writes, she could have been hard to work with. She could have been. Because that has not been revealed. I have not read anything about that. Gangrel Union was supposed to be Sasha, as Marko just told me. Which, again, I'm glad they picked the actress whose name is not coming to me again. So I'm going to need Saz or Marko to bail me out, the actress who played Sasha. I'm glad she was picked. Yes, Martin Green. Saschick writes that she auditioned for Michonne, and Chad Coleman read the pilot for Morgan. Wow. And correct me, but Sonequa Martin Green says is the actress that played Sasha. Am I correct? I'm pretty sure I'm correct. That's the actress who played Sasha. Dira M. Chavez 7 is joining us on Instagram. Thank you. Welcome. Marko says yes. Okay, good. Sonequa Martin Green was the actress that played Sasha. And she moved on to greener pastures. She is the star now of Star Trek Discovery on the CBS Prime channel that you have to pay for. CBS All Access. Is she still on that show, Marko? Is she still on Star Trek? The CBS All Access one? I believe she is. Because that's a hit show. Stitz Paul, Big P has joined us on Instagram. Lib Princess 0525 has joined us on Instagram. Marko writes Star Trek Discovery, great show, and he says yes, she is. She is. So I don't blame her one bit for leaving The Walking Dead. If you're going to get a lead role in another show, especially a Star Trek show that became a huge hit, yeah, you're going to take that, and with a full blessing. You know what I mean? Summer writes her husband is still on The Walking Dead. He plays Scott. See, that's a little bit of tidbit I did not know, Summer. Sasha's husband, the actress's husband, is still on The Walking Dead, and he plays Scott. I did not know that. TY Hutch 11. Hey, TY Hutch on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. So, guys, we're almost out of time. And I'm sure, man, this conversation, we can play hypotheticals on who could have played who and what could have been done differently. We can do this for days on end. Nawafi78, happy smiley love face, back at you. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, we can play devil's advocate here and say, well, if this actor or actress got picked for this role, or if this other person got picked for this other role, they might have been better. Who knows? At the end of the day, I'm very satisfied that Andrew Lincoln got picked for Rick Grimes. I love Laurie Cohen as Maggie. I love Norman Reedus as Daryl. I love Scott Wilson as Herschel. I love Kaylee Fleming as Judith. I love Samantha Morton as Alpha, and on and on and on. I love our Walking Dead cast. I love them. They are amazing at what they do. And we are so grateful to be able to watch them on the screen, to do their craft. And it's Saz Chick writes, they are such a great cast. They are an amazing cast. And at the end of the day, and no matter how long this conversation lasts, you're going to end up with the same point. We are blessed and lucky to have the cast that we do on The Walking Dead. And with that, guys, I'm going to say goodnight. I actually have a long night ahead of me preparing for the Michael Cudlitz interview tomorrow, as does Marko. Please send Marko those emails. For those of you joining us, this is Marko's email at marko@deadtalklive.com. Please send Marko your questions you want us to ask Abraham. Michael Cudlitz. He's going to be on our show live right here with us tomorrow, starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Tell any Walking Dead fan out there. Speaking of Michael Cudlitz, he was on Criminal Minds as well in one episode. I had to throw that in there. He was in one episode, Michael Cudlitz. So anyway, guys, tomorrow is the big day. We're psyched. Me and Marko have a lot of work to do. Saz is going to be helping us out. She's an official contributor on our show. Till tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow is the big day. Stay walking.